Hey, hey. Oh shit. I don't know how to rap. And that motherfucker better leave me the fuck alone. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Hey, hey. If I was a rapper, I'd murder this beat. So many words I want to say, but all fucked up. Just the words I say, I can't rap the shit. Yo! Hey, dun, dun. Hey. Fuck is this?
What up, fool?
Shit. Loving this beat right here.
Yeah, that beat raw right here, y'all. I love this beat.
Hey, hey. Hey, people got beef with these YouTube streets. Handicap, one missing an eye, the other one missing a teeth. What the fuck? Hey.
Word up. Salute, salute, salute.
Oh, man.
In the building, man. Salute. What up, cool?
Shit. Can't complain, can't complain.
You over there about to spit some bars. I see you, my guy.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
What's going on in the world, man?
Can't call it. Just had a big, nice dinner. Ate fish. I haven't ate fish in a while, so, you know, can't eat that meat today.
Oh,
you know, pause.
That my nigga Trey.
Trey, what up, Trey?
Yeah, that's
My
straight.
brother out
What
there
up, my
enjoying the
nigga?
weather. Guess not. Okay, see, enjoying the weather out there with the goons, the family, the friends, loved ones. Oh, okay, I already know what's that.
Yeah, man.
So that's a moment, man.
Silence for the homie. Moment of silence for the the family. All right?
Yeah, let me put my mic on mute.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to cuz, man. Hey, Trace, you know we with you, Big Trace.
Hell yeah.
We ain't right there with you, but we there with you, my nigga. You know this shit, though. What's up? I see you, cuz. Lose to the family, huh? Ming, salute. Yeah, give him a little moment of silence for Big Trace family member. He just passed away not too long ago, so they're doing a balloon release. Want to enjoy that with the homies. What's going on, though?
Meg, salute, Meg.
Hey, cool. Did you get the chance to view that video?
I didn't view the video.
You did? Okay, that's good. That means you get a natural reaction to the shit.
Yeah, I didn't do that. You talking about you sent me the lawmakers kicked out? That's the one you talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fatty, what up, Fatty?
Let's do that first, okay?
You let me know when you're ready, Black.
It's on you, cool.
Let's put the picture up full mass. Let's do that first, okay? 3 Democratic lawmakers protest gun laws in the state of Tennessee. 2 Democratic lawmakers get expelled, lose their job, they're gone. Which ones do you think out of the 3 you're saying got expelled from the Tennessee House? You guessed it right. Let me give you the background to this. In an update, Tennessee Republican, they did vote to expel 2 duly elected Black members from their post for leading a legal, peaceful protest against gun violence. Here's Tennessee lawmaker Justin Jones and also lawmaker Justin Pearson speaking before the vote to expel them. Here it is.
So today, we are brought to here where members are responding in the most extreme measure, not because of what we did, but because by breaking the quorum, we broke the glass of your false power for the world to see. We broke the glass of this chamber that someone called sacred. One of the members on the other side of the aisle was in tears and said, "I've never seen such a breach of this sacred chamber." And I thought to myself, that representative has obviously never read history. Because is it in this chamber, if you walk around this Capitol, you'll see bullet holes when representatives got into conflict. You'll see duels take place on this House floor, debating whether people like me should be treated like equal citizens under law. This is not a temple. This is a place where we're supposed to wrestle for our democracy and wrestle ideas and give voice to 78,000 constituents each of us represents. But for so long, this body, drunk with power, has modeled for the world what we know as nothing less than authoritarianism.
And you are seeking to expel District 86's representation from this House in a country that was built on a protest. In a country that was built on a protest. You who celebrate July 4th, 1776, pop fireworks and eat hot dogs. You say to protest is wrong because you spoke out of turn, because you spoke up for people who are marginalized. You spoke up for children who won't ever be able to speak again. You spoke up for parents who don't want to live in fear. You spoke up for Larry Thorne, who was murdered by gun violence. You spoke up for people that we don't want to care about.
Now, they took the vote. They decided to expel 2 Black members of their House. Here's Representative Justin Pearson after the vote.
We will never shirk back from civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is what built this country. Resisting the status quo built the United States of America into the institution that it is, and it's my ancestors' resistance that got me here. And so I will not forget them or forget the struggles of people, especially children who marched, children who were beaten by dogs, children who were beaten. If I got to get expelled, I'll take that.
Why do you think that you and Justin Jones were expelled, but Gloria Johnson was not expelled?
You cannot ignore the racial dynamic of what happened today. 2 young Black lawmakers get expelled and the one white woman does not. That's a statement in and of itself.
That is the spark. You see, when there's extreme bigotry, when evil has decided to rise, again, there's always an energy that rises with it, stronger than that evil, to combat the forces of darkness. Dr. King was involved in leadership for the civil rights movement because of the darkness he saw in the state of Georgia, in Alabama, in Mississippi, and other places. It caused him to wake up. It caused others to wake up. It causes us to wake up. Now, they want to pass anti-woke legislation because they want you to remain asleep. They want you to not pay attention. They want you to think these things are just silos and not actually connected to an expression of our entire nation. It was Dr. King who said in a later interview that America was more racist than he ever believed. He basically said his hopes were wrong. It's going to take more work than he thought. He said this during an NBC interview. Let's put up the pictures again. Give you some background to this. Gloria Johnson was the lone white woman that Representative Pearson was referring to while he and Justin Pearson expelled. Remember, the Black lawmakers get expelled. The white lawmaker, Representative Johnson, she stays. The reason is because all of this comes down to colleagues, I use that term loosely, voting. There's more. The Republican-led vote to expel Pearson and Jones came in the wake of anger from many Tennesseans over the legislature's refusal to consider any new gun control reforms following a mass shooting at the Covenant School, a Nashville school.
The brand salute.
3 children dead. The assailant, a former Covenant student,
salute.
was killed by the police using AR-15
Realest one everywhere. Salute.
a powerful semi-automatic
That's
weapon
right,
that has
salute.
been used in multiple deadly mass shootings and which many argue should be banned. That shooting framed an angry protest at the Capitol, which Jones and Pearson joined. They were upset and emotional. They did not commit violence or domestic terrorism as Trump supporters. Republicans argued that their mere participation, violated the legislature's rules. An office policy, not a law, an office policy was violated. Using that as a rationale to call to vote to expel them, along with a third Democrat, Gloria Johnson, who was not expelled. She survived her vote. Now, let me say this. The reason she survived her vote and they did not is because it's not simply about the ideology difference. If this was all about ideological differences and nothing more, all three of them would have received the exact same treatment. This is about young, Black, dynamic, unapologetic leadership saying we will represent our people regardless of a job or not. They said you can take this state rep job, shove it up your ass as far as we're concerned if we're not going to be able to effectively represent the people who elected us. Now, they didn't simply disenfranchise the two elected officials, they disenfranchised the 78,000 each of them actually represent. Each of them were elected through the democratic process, a legal election, no issues about them being the victors in their campaign. They did not try to manipulate the outcome of their election. They did not call on others to commit violence. They simply participated in a legally protected constitutional right. And all of a sudden, they're out of a job. Here's the thing. This is about putting Black people, in particular Black men, in their place. And how the vote came out. They wanted you to be sure of their actual intent by only firing or expelling the two Black men and keeping the white woman who participated in the same action. There's more. As a result, Justin J. Pearson and Justin Jones are no longer members of the Tennessee House of Representatives after the Republican supermajority in the state legislature's lower chamber voted to oust both men. Tried to kick out a third following
yeah, salute, yeah.
the state's capital in Nashville on Tuesday. Both men are Democrats and both have been elected by constituents in heavily Black districts. As of Thursday evening, the Tennessee General Assembly's web pages for each district listed the seats as vacant, and photos of both former legislators have now been removed. Pearson had represented Tennessee's 52nd district, which stretches from Nashville's southeast corner and into its suburbs. And it includes Nashville International Airport. Jones' 86th district stretches north to south on the west side of Shelby County, including parts of Memphis. The 86th district's residents are 61.1% African American. What are we doing? We're losing grip on democracy. But the reality is democracy has been slipping for many years. This nation never embraced true democracy. It was not founded on democracy. It was founded on principles created by oligarchs, powerful white men that own things. They were to benefit from the rule of law, the Constitution, statutory code, not Black people, not women, not historically marginalized community. They wanted a system that only governed fairly and gave benefit to white men who had status, influence, and property. What are we today? We are a mere reflection of the DNA that created this nation. Now, can this nation be more? Of course it can. Can we move and journey toward a more perfect union? Yes. Can we actually become a democracy one day? Of course, because systems come down to people, and people have the ability to not only transform, but be transferred. All right, Mr. Mayor, thoughts here.
I think this is a tragic situation. What we see though is in a state where a couple months ago, or actually last month, these Republicans didn't have the same energy of trying to
talk to me.
Excuse my bad.
Y'all get to see racism at the top level.
That is pure bullshit. Oh, my bad, man. I just was choking on this.
Three Democratic House members led a protest against gun violence because, you know, the kids just got killed in that school out there. And they expelled the two black guys, the two young black guys, but let the old white female keep her seat. Talk to me.
It's terrible. I was gonna put up a story on my show, but I want to share this one on your show. I'm gonna show you how the law completely fails and how you lose a young one. Matter of fact, put it this way: I never knew that in certain places that if two people committing a crime and one of them gets killed, you're responsible for their death, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in that incident, the cop shot the guy, the boy, and they charged it on him. I want to put that video up. As a matter of fact,
So the cop kills him, but they charge the person with the murder.
Yes. Oh man, that moon rock got me twisted right now too.
I got a question I want to ask, yo.
Go right ahead.
I want to ask: is self-slavery the answer to getting shit back together? And I don't mean slavery as in bondage. I mean, should black people only hire black people? Should we only buy from black people? Because that's the only way for us to get, I see, for us to get ahead. If we the largest consumers in the world, we could spend billions of dollars a year.
But can I interrupt? Why do we need a law like that? Why can't we just do it as people?
I don't know. I think we could just do it as people. That's what I'm saying.
You really think so?
Yeah, I mean, I think black people just need to hire only black people. And when I say black people, I include Spanish and Latino.
No. I'm saying now you can speak. You know what I'm saying? I understand. But what I'm saying is that in order for that to work, don't you think that
as long as we keep enriching them, they're gonna stay in power until we find a way to put some.
Yeah, but look at that. We don't even trust each other. We don't even do business with each other.
Right? That's another question that I had, Cooper.
We don't even do business with each other. We don't say, okay, let's open up a business together. Let's do this.
That's the main problem with us, bro. We do not trust each other. We will go spend our money with the other person because we think that their product is so much better, or that like, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers has shown you that they're scam artists on the highest level. They will sell you some fucked up product and market it as the best product, and just because of the color of their skin, you trust them. A black person put out the same product, even better product, and you were like, nah, I'll just get it from such and such because. And I seen that on the streets, bro. I seen that on the streets. I seen a black man open up a clothing store right in the hood, and people wouldn't. They kept saying, "Oh, his shit bootleg," even though they seeing these companies' trucks pull up outside the store and stock his store. They keep saying, "Oh, it's bootleg. He got bootleg. He got boot." I'm like, why? Because he black? Like, that's crazy how we trust the white man. We trust our oppressor more than we trust our fellow brother man. And that's why Bernie GDG, you know what I'm saying? Salute. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think we can't get above, because we won't trust enough with each other or spend our money or hire each other enough to make a difference. Black people only hire black people. Only spend your money with black people. See how fast we grow as a people. Take that $8 billion that y'all spend per year and put that shit inside your own people so we can invest in ourselves. There ain't no more investing in us. We don't believe in ourselves. So why the fuck, like, we don't even invest in ourselves? I hear everybody say it, bro. Come on, keep it real, Cooper. You get you a lawyer, make sure you get you a Jewish lawyer. You go into business, go into business with a Jewish man. Do this, like, am I right? Everybody want a Jewish lawyer, but you don't hear nobody say, well, you get you a lawyer, make sure you get you a, a black lawyer or get you a Latino lawyer. Get you somebody of your type who
Nah, they
understand your
scam
story.
artists. We don't trust them. They scam artists. We don't trust them. They might steal our money and run away.
That nigga ain't gonna get you nowhere, man. That nigga gonna get your ass locked up. Like, it's crazy. OJ believed in a black man. You know what I'm saying? Even though they killed his ass afterwards.
You see what happened to him, though.
Even though they killed him afterwards, we gotta show them, bro. We gotta show them that, yo, we willing to die for this shit, my nigga, because this shit is crazy. Y'all killing us anyway. Y'all just picking us the fuck off, like however y'all want to, whenever y'all want to, and then blaming somebody else for it. A cop get out, kill a kid that's doing something with somebody else, and the kid that he with. Hey, Yak, what up, my G?
What up? What up?
How you, big bro?
Man, I'm all right, man. How y'all doing today?
So what you think about that? Yak, what you think about not enslaving ourselves, but we only hire ourselves. We only spend our money with our own. You know what I'm saying?
You said we should. That's what you mean, right?
I mean, that's what we should do. I think that's the only way for us to. They say we spend something like $7-8 billion a year as black folk in America.
We spend more money in this country than any other race. But
right,
the problem,
consuming shit.
Problem keep recycling itself.
And by the numbers, we are the minority. It's less black people in this country than any other race.
But we do, black to the people. You just said it. I moved back to Chicago at one time, right? A few years back. I said, man, I'm going to go back to the hood, man. I got my hands on a couple dollars. I said, man, I'm going to move back home, go to the hood, right where I was born and raised. I opened a clothing store. And I got all the Jordans, I got all the ones, I got all the jerseys, all the white tees, all the fitteds, everything. Nobody shopped with me. My prices was lower. They rode right past me, went up 6-7 blocks further down, 10 blocks further down to go shop with the Arabs and with the whites. They prices was higher. They had not even tighter shit than I had, but people I was born and raised, grew up with, went to middle school, grammar school with, them motherfuckers rode right past my store when they paid more at another rate. You was just saying it like they feel as though they quality always gonna be better. That's how we got this mindset of we always trying to get over. We always, everybody, all of us look at each other. If we selling something, we always want to lowball us. We don't ask nobody else for a fucking deal. We always try to expect a deal from our own kind. We never want to pay the full price of whatever. If I say $10, most brothers go, man, let me get that for $5, man. Come on, bro. That ain't even. We always downplay our back.
And being that we talking about that,
you after to give you a better price. Ain't that some shit?
Where's Bonds? Being that we talking about that right now on some real shit. We're gonna take a little commercial break because God, the brand just said he got 60% off on all available tracksuits. Spend your money black. You know what I'm saying? Well, spend your money black. That man been supporting us and been helping us from day one. Go spend your money black. 60% off on them tracksuits. Go get you some tracksuits. Go hit God the brand on Instagram and go look at what his catalog and see what he got for you.
I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one or two tonight. I'm definitely gonna get one for me. I'm gonna see if I see one for the wifey.
Definitely gonna get me a tracksuit. I don't know if he got none for my son's size, but that's a guarantee, God.
That's my word. I'll be over there tonight. I definitely grab one from you today. That's my word.
Yeah, that's a fact. Spend your money on God the brand, man. But back to what you were saying, yeah, that's fucked up. How people walk past your business to go spend his money with the white man or
these motherfuckers that I moved right in the heart of my neighborhood out in Chicago in the hundreds. My spot was directly across from the police station. I mean, directly across from the police station. The police, because a lot of the police.
You know why, right?
Listen to me. Hold on 1 second. A lot of the police was dudes that I went to school with and shit. Dudes that I used to smack around and shit. Now they police. The police department broke in my fucking store and robbed me, bro. Certain police robbed me. I mean, hands down, I have evidence and everything. Robbed me. But if you look it up, Harvey, Illinois, in Chicago, Mayor Eric Kellogg, one of the biggest crooks ever fucking been seated ever in the mayoral seat in history in Illinois. This was my old gym teacher in 6th, 7th grade. He used to be the old basketball coach. He became the mayor. Everybody thought he would have been a perfect candidate to come run Harvey because he rooted, feet planted. Man, this man robbed the city blind, but our stupid ass people repeatedly voted this man in because they knew him. Repeatedly voted him in because they knew him. Man, this man robbed, look it up, Harvey, Illinois, Eric Kellogg.
Hey, God.
Robbed the city blind, man.
Doing our own people dirty like that and still re-electing him.
Like dead serious, man.
Yo, Yak, let's do a story about that, Yak.
Man, we can do that, bro.
We're gonna have to do a story about that. Yo, Black.
We got a track suit for these guys.
What the fuck? We talking about fucking stories. You want to come out?
I'm trying to spend my money black, bro. What the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck? Who gives a fuck about goddamn?
I do. Obviously, right?
The fuck? We talking about real true story, and you talking about where did you buy those at?
I'm trying to get God the brand to match me up, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody asked you about that.
Did you support the store, or did you support a Foot Locker or something?
I'm talking to God the brand. I'm trying to get me a black.
This is what I'm talking about, Yak.
This is my Pittsburgh Steelers shit right now, bro. Everybody trying to hear that shit from Cuba. You feel me? Matter of fact, God, I need
pass because he's trying to shot with bro though. He trying to shot with bro, so we got to give him a little leeway.
Yo, Black, but let me answer your question though. You say it's a shame that people walked by his store and went to the other store and bought, right?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Back on the serious note.
Yeah, but the thing about that is that you know why they do that? Because if you come out with a different type of gear or different type of pair of pants, you know when you in the crowd are gonna ask, yo, what kind of jeans are those? And if those things ain't name brand, that's when the funny jokes start coming up. So you know, the higher the price is, that's when they can't talk about you. It's all about
that wasn't even the case. I had a contract with Jabos. I had a contract with Seven for the ladies. I was going right. I was coming right up top. I was going up top. This when when the jerseys was popping. I was coming to New York. I don't know the area I was at, but they sell all the cases of ones, the cases of tees. Man, I was coming up there spending thousands, man, coming back with loads.
No, Yak. I'm not saying your store, Yak. I'm not saying your store. I'm saying in general, mom pop store. You know, that's when the kids start making fun, and that's when the kids start saying, I can't wear these kind of clothes. That's the whole thing. The mentality
I know, and that's the crazy that we got.
But that's the mentality that we got, that we have to buy something that let me tell you, half the clothes that they design out there, the dudes are Fruit Loops. So let's get to that then. If y'all want to be talking about jokes, look at certain name brands and you'll see the designers. But for some reason,
I'm not really into designer. I ain't into you gotta have the Gucci, Louis, Prada, all that shit. I'm not into that shit. I like to look nice, period. So we got something that catches my eye and it makes me look nice, and I think I look nice in it. I'm with that shit. I ain't into chasing designers and all that name brand shit. I ain't into none of that. God the brand, salute, King.
Yo, what up?
I don't trip out there. Only thing I trip
my feet. Yo, God, can you drop the link or can you drop the website on the comment there? So
I'll drop it in there. Yo, the craziest thing about that is, they buying somebody else's last name, right? That's all they doing. Mm-hmm. So for me, listen, I made myself who I am. I am a name brand. I don't care what nobody say. You buying their last name.
That's a fact.
You're absolutely right.
That's a fact. And they send they shit overseas to get made. They spending 75 cents, 80 cents for a sweater, then come back over here and charge you $200, $300 for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got these motherfuckers working in sweatshops. Puff Daddy got shut down because of that shit. Sean John, he had motherfuckers working in sweatshops.
Yeah, that's when the Macy's came out. Them sweatsuits came out. Macy's, I remember them shits.
we always think Foot Locker and Champs now, they selling, they slide saying that motherfucking that bootleg shit as well. They slide.
We gotta stop letting them create the brands. We gotta stop letting them preset the trends for us to wear. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker wearing Paco, we laugh at him. Keep it real. Motherfucker got Paco on, Wranglers, Lee's now, niggas laughing. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't Levi or, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, Jordan jeans, anything was cool. You could wear anything as long as you looked nice. Now,
yeah, if I make sure I'm a tennis shoe freak. So I spend a nice piece of change on some shoes, but I'll go get me a $50 pair of jeans. I ain't gotta get no $200 jeans. I go give me, man, cause I make the fit don't make me. You know what I'm saying? I
that's
make
a
the
fact.
outfit.
That's a fact. The man makes the clothes don't make the man. That's a fact.
But that's it. Listen, man, I got special shout out to Ming, man. Ming Steak supporting me, man, like all the time, yo. I appreciate that for real.
Ming said, I got a sweatsuit from God the Brand that goes with those.
I know. I'm about to get one too, man.
Okay. No, I'm just reading the message, my brother. Don't shoot me down. I'm just reading the message.
I got nothing on my cash app. As soon as the wifey get here, man, I'm tapping in. I'm gonna grab something from you. You cash app or credit card? Which one?
Yeah, I mean, I can send you an invoice with your email, or I do have cash app, but I don't. You know, the founder just died, so I kind of don't want to use it.
Oh, did you hear the story about that? Did you hear the story about that guy?
He got stabbed up.
Yeah, I read the joint.
No. Do you know how Cash App is working now?
No,
with
I
the
don't.
government. Okay, Cash App used to go directly to the person, right?
Right.
All right. So now Cash App goes to this thing called Fed funds.
Oh yeah. They doing their digital currency shit now.
Yeah. So now, in order for that to go in, you got to go through them, and then from them goes to whoever you buying from.
Right. So they can get their money.
That's exactly what it is a tracking system of who's the person buying, how much you spending, from what address to what location. It's all. I'm gonna do a show about that, but it's crazy.
Of course,
they've
been tracking that shit though.
It's crazy the way it's working now. Yo, what you think about
it? They always gonna find a way to get their bread, and that's why they trying to stop the cryptocurrency, man. That's why they trying to stop, because you can't track. You won't be able to track where that's coming from, and you won't be able to stop how much money you can send or take a percentage of what you can send off of it.
Exactly.
Right.
So if I want to send 200,000 with the cryptocurrency, I send 200,000. You ain't taking no percentages from that.
And with the cryptocurrency, it ain't that 10,000, and they gonna run all up into your history.
Right.
That's why I'm trying to eliminate that shit.
Right. Exactly.
Man, we gotta learn to start appreciating our dollar more. Making sure, man. Because man, without
let me ask you, God.
I need him to stay on this story, Black.
Because if I
hold on real quick,
and I'm shopping.
Hold on, let me get my book because I had some questions. Hold on.
We got to start appreciating spending our money. We don't just give anybody our money and let them treat us any kind of way. We got to stop just giving our money away.
That's a fact. That's why I be trying to tell people, man, if you can buy shoes from Sire, buy your sneakers from Sire, man. He got some fire joints. It's just right now, because he not super mainstream, it's hard to get those sneakers. But he do drops every month.
You say Sire?
SIA. It means somewhere in America.
SIA, man. I'm digging into that one. Gotcha.
Yep. You're black. He black. He was in the military. He used to be the one who, honestly, he was one of the ones who started doing like Louis on Air Force Ones and stuff like that when he was young. And then he went to the military, and then everybody else started doing it because he was making sneakers for everybody. Mm-hmm. And now he got his own shoe brand. He's been out for a while, but he really just becoming mainstream. And especially when he had that sit down with my boy, with what's his name? Oh my god, the nigga from the Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie.
Oh God, okay.
I see you, Josh.
Yeah. So he had to sit down with them. You know what I mean? To go see. They're trying to get Kyrie to possibly be owner of his own shoe, so he'd be owner of his own brand. Like dude really making moves, and he really got some fly sneakers though.
That's
and that's dope.
man.
What's that dude's name? I saw the kicks. What's his name again?
It's the collection is called Saya, SIA, Saya Collections.
Okay.
Saya Collection.
We need to be promoting and man, selling, buying with people like that, man. We got brothers that's doing something, trying to really do a legitimate, and man, ain't fucking nobody over. Man, we got to support that, man. We too quick to shoot our own to the side, man. Like,
we gotta stop saying if he ain't never make 300 jump shots and he ain't damn dunk, he don't got an NBA ring, we ain't buying his material. Like, my nigga, you feel me? Like, if he black, he's positive, he's doing something, he's helping his community. Let's support that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's support that, because that's gonna get back to our children and our grandchildren at the end of the day. So let's support ourselves, bro. Stop worrying about how many jump shots a nigga done made, how many NBA rings, how many fucking Super Bowls they don't want. Everybody can't be Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe. Everybody can't be that.
That's a
All
fact.
entrepreneurs don't make it to that level. Some people just become entrepreneurs straight out of college, straight out of high school. They want to open the business. We got to start supporting our own kind, man. We got to cut that shit out, bro.
Hate looking in the mirror, man.
And staying on code.
Dr. John, salute.
Staying on code. See how they did Kyrie
brother.
Irving?
Preach,
that was embarrassing.
No, oh, true. Let me ask you guys a question here. What y'all think about this 15-year-old getting sentenced for 65 years but did not commit the crime?
Ooh, I saw that. I saw that. You talking about the black kid, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but we say that all the time, man. This ain't nothing new shit.
I'm about to say that don't sound like it's nothing new at all.
No, but people think when you talk like that, oh, you're being racist.
I'm gonna put up with no, but look, that's just
let's talk. Salute, chill, will.
Yeah,
yeah.
Black, put that on the. Oh shit, I ain't put it in the back. My bad.
Yeah, you spirit, I got you.
What's he charged with?
Yeah, you said black kid. Police officer kills black kid, and the other kid goes to jail for it. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
But look at the judge. Wait, I'm gonna just let it play. Let me mute up real quick.
Yeah, mute up. Put the big screen.
Cállese la boca.
Man, 1090 Bory, man, I appreciate that, bro. I definitely do, man. Never take it for granted, man.
This is Wesley Phelps. He's 28 years old. He was on drugs. He had priors for burglary and assaulting a minor. He led police on a high-speed chase, crashed his car, and his girlfriend died. And Judge Sybil Reynolds gave him 3 years. But on the same day that Judge Sybil Reynolds gave him 3 years, he gave Lakeith Smith 65 years. Lakeith is 15 years old. Him and some other kids were breaking into an unoccupied.
I wanted to stop there real quick. Did you just hear what the guy said about the other guy?
I heard what he said.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Killed. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. Okay, let me mute up.
Occupied dwelling. The cop showed up. The kids ran. The cop shot Adante Washington, which is Lakeith Smith's best friend, shot Adante in the back 3 times. Due to Alabama's felony murder law, Lakeith Smith was sentenced to 65 years for the murder of Adante, even though he didn't hold the weapon or shoot anybody. This happened on the same day in the same court by the same judge. 28-year-old who's actually responsible for somebody dying, 15-year-old who's actually not responsible for anybody dying.
We covered this story. Such a shame. We want to thank Charlie for contacting the show, alerting us to this miscarriage of justice. On the program today, we have Lakeith Smith's mother. Her name is Rontina Smith. She goes by Tina. Thank you, madam, for being on the program. Welcome. And also the attorney,
we can talk about this
Maxwell
too. We don't need to
Bailey.
hear them talk about
His
it.
practice focuses on appellate litigation, civil rights, and criminal defense. He has recovered
Ridiculous.
That's saddening, man. Saddening.
That's the country we live in, though. You know what I mean? And
28-year-old white man crashes and murders somebody.
His girlfriend.
He gets sentenced 3 years.
3 years. 3 years. 3 años.
15-year-old kid breaks into a house, which he's wrong for doing.
Yes.
Him and his friends run. The police shoot, kill his friend, and the 15-year-old is responsible for what the adult cop did. That shit is ridiculous, and we need to not let that shit go under the fucking table, bro. We need to protest. We need to start saying something. We need to keep it up, keep talking about it. So, yeah.
What we also need to do, us as black people, we always worry about when the presidential votes. We go vote for the president. We don't even look at on them same ballots, man. You got to look at the judges you putting in office. You got to look at the aldermen.
I know all that shit. You absolutely right.
The mayors, the DAs.
You understand, man? It be positions that we just overlook. That's way more important than going to vote.
We got to start on the community level. Your local councilmen, your little 4th ward, 5th ward, 3rd ward, 2nd ward councilmen, check their ass first. And then you make sure that they check the mayor. Then make sure the mayor check the governor.
We too worried about we too worried about seeing if Big Meat snitched or not. Stupid stuff like that.
Yeah, y'all niggas is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all worried about Troy Ave and fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
That story right there is crazy. When I seen that, I was gonna make the story tonight of it, but I said, you know what? I need to bring it out.
No disrespect to them, but who gives a fuck about that shit when you got shit like this going on in America, bro?
3 times you're gonna shoot a little kid 3 times though. You know, 3 times in the back, 3 times. Really? 3 fucking times. The kid must have been
Malcolm X shit. You went on with that.
110 pounds. That little kid must have been.
Stop putting some of these comments up here. Yeah, I'm with that shit. Yeah.
Gotta stop. We gotta stop fucking singing, marching, and praying all the time, man. That's what working in the '60s, man. You know it ain't working in 2023, man. And sometimes you gotta plant your feet, man, and go holler at some people, man.
I had to bring that up, Black. I had to bring the story up to life, man, because that story pissed me off. Like, damn, cops shooting little kids now 3 times in the back. He was not in no danger though. Let's talk about that. How is that? How you get away with shooting somebody?
We got all this shit tie in from the first story to that story, Kuba. From the first story to that story, it all ties in on how the system is racist.
I agree with you, and I've been say that. I agree.
People running around here like, oh, racism don't exist no more. Racism exists.
Wait. That's what Lil Wayne says. That's the Lil Wayne says. That's half of y'all best rapper. That's what he says. There's no racism. No, there's none of that. Yeah, okay. He lives in a fucking bubble. That's what he lives in a fucking bubble.
There's no racism to him because he think his pay grade allows him to see above racism until he start fucking with their money, and then they show him, they put his ass back in his place. See, that's what they do to niggas that get above racism. Oh, nigga, you think you one of us? All right, fuck up.
Racism
fuck up, and let's show you how fast.
They violate some poor whites that's living right next to us niggas too. It's about that green. Right. The green is the green
how long?
Is fucking
main
key here.
Yeah, how long was Kanye West the richest black man ever in America? He was the richest black man in American history for about 3 fucking months.
See, they knocked his boots off
for like 3 months. When he's all the endorsement deals and shit got taken away from him, brought his ass right back to reality. Motherfucker, don't forget 5 years ago you was begging us for money. You was asking to borrow money from everybody.
Everybody say Kanye crazy. Kanye ain't crazy, man. Kanye ain't crazy. Kanye just he a rebel. He just go hard. He do shit kind of eccentric, but he ain't crazy. He know what he's talking about, bro.
Kanye say some stupid shit sometimes.
Kanye, he's
still after that devil though. You know that he's still after that devil.
I don't know. Yeah, once he started smashing on that, he lost his fucking mind for real. He lost his fucking mind. I see somebody down there. Hold on. I got you. DJ Bob and my nigga Chill Will.
And push the Larry.
Chill Will, what it do, my G?
That's my boy right there. Chill Will. Salute, my brother.
Hey, yo, can I say 2 quick things, then I'm off, right?
Nah, go right
bro.
ahead.
But first thing I want to say is that, hey, yo, I'm going to get off this real quick, but Black to the P is probably streaming this on his channel right now. And then, right? But, okay, so on some serious shit, right? We talking about, you know, no more marching, no more none of that. What we need to do is put our feet in the ground and fight until the Constitution is rewritten. Nothing else is gonna cure this country. Nothing.
That's a fact.
Not a black president, not a Spanish president, not a mixed baby president, not a couple of rights, nothing. The Constitution has to be rewritten. And it has to start there, because then that starts with your courts.
Facts. The same way we saw them renegade up into the White House. That's the type of shit we need to do as a people, man. But we be too scared. We'll do that on our block.
Baby girl Wendy, salute.
And go in there and stomp down, kick some doors down, and make them change some legislation and shit. You know what I mean? We got to get brave about some real shit.
That's all facts, bro. That's all. What he just said right there, bro, it's all fucking facts, bro. That's all facts. What he said was all facts. I mean,
Chill Will crazy, yo.
We have to Chill Will. It's hilarious, bro. But when he came up here on his serious shit, what he said was direct facts, bro. Ain't no white president, ain't no black president until we change the structure that built the systematic suppression. We ain't gonna come up under the systematic suppression. We can't live by the rules of the systematic suppression and expect us not to be suppressed. That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
And that singing and praying and holding hands marching ain't gonna get it, man.
That's a fact. We need some black people. We need some black people. If we're gonna have a constitution, it gotta be written by both races. Black people and white people gotta come together and write a constitution that's fair across the board for everybody.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's still states where it's written into law that, you know what I mean? Shit, we beneath a dog, man. You know what I mean? You go to certain states down south, man. They violate black people, man, and openly do it. That's a fact,
dog. Yeah, but till that constitution get changed and written with some black people input into the constitution, we wasn't thought about, we wasn't considered, or none of that in that constitution.
Yeah, we thought about not
Christy,
to be.
Salute, Queen.
Christy, salute.
Word up. Those are just the fucking
gotta change though, Black, but we need to start getting along. I mean, we can't get along, we can't even work together. I mean, it's not, I mean, it starts from somewhere. Like, we're gonna start trusting each other. We're gonna start having to have more respect for each other.
And you know what's crazy is that we all try to find solutions, but all our solutions always start in the house, always start in our communities, always start in our neighborhoods. It never start with that constitution. And when Chill Will just said that shit, it made so much sense, bro. Until you rewrite the fucking document that have you under suppression, you can never get from up under. It's written in the document for you to be suppressed.
Be suppressed. That's a fact.
You ain't even know where your oppression unless you get the document changed. You know, when you go to court and you get locked up for something you didn't do. Once they find you innocent, you know what they got to do? They got to go change the documents.
Yeah. That's
the documents that had you guilty. Those documents got to get changed. That verdict got to get overturned. And if you spent long enough time in there, guess what they do? They give you compensation for spending time in jail for something you ain't done. That document got to get changed. We got to get compensation.
That's a fact.
We was was destined for greatness, but they took it from us. They took it from us. They snatched that from us, so they got to repay us for that. Because we came and built this country for free. And they wrote us out the Constitution. How the fuck you do that? How you write the people that build? How you write the people that teach you how to wash your ass?
It's so racist, Black, that you got the slave masters back then getting money. You got these AI robots being straight up racist. I mean, you got the government like that.
We've been convicted. Cuba, when you came here with your family,
Indeed.
and you came here for that freedom and that chance to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You was convicted, my nigga. As soon as you crossed, they said, we're gonna let you stay, but you guilty. You guilty because you ain't one of us.
It's all love, man. It's all love. What up, nigga?
What up, Trey? What up, Bob?
Who's that, Trey in the bottom?
What up, Trey? He got the echo.
What up, nigga?
I muted you, Trey, because you got the echo. Once you sit down inside the room, you know what it is. But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? We've been convicted already. And you know what I'm saying, from birth, some of us.
All of us, shit.
and as long as we keep letting them handpick our leaders, instead of all of us becoming leaders, because we in the need of leaders. And every man should automatically think of himself as a leader. Even when you're dealing with other men, you say, look, we all leaders.
Yeah.
So when they knock one down, you know what I'm saying? They think if you snatch the leader, the followers will scramble like roaches because they don't know they need somebody to lead. But when you fuck with everybody leaders, you can't knock the head off a 1,000-head monster.
Facts.
That's true, man. Hey, Black to the P, we have to as a people, man, we have to learn to align ourselves together and realize everybody can't be the chief. We always want to be in charge. Everybody want to be, man. I want to be at the top of the list. I want to be in charge. I want to be at the front of the line. Sometimes you have to play your position. And man, if Black to the P got a better voice and can address the people better, that should be who's speaking for us. If God know how to line everybody up to make sure don't nobody come across that line, that's who should be in charge of enforcement for us.
Everybody know how to lead.
Everybody play their position and everybody respect that position that man was given.
Leading your position. If you're a financial leader, lead the financial part of the business. If you're a motivator, lead the motivation part of the business. If you're a salesman, that's what you is. Lead that. Like, we all leaders, though.
Thanks.
We work together because we all lead and we all take control of certain situations where we push. And right behind us is another leader, so you can't get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Real.
You knock my head off. Only thing you doing is putting another leader in my position, and maybe even more powerful leader than I am, because he done learned from me and from some other leader, and he got a little bit of everybody in him. That man that was talking earlier, he got a little Malcolm in him, a little Marcus Garvey, a little motherfucking Martin. He got a little bit of everybody in him. That man talk with passion and common sense. Everybody understood what the fuck was going on here. It's in black and white. No pun intended.
Oh yeah.
Next time these conversations, though, man, we just gotta have more of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true. I mean, it's just the fucking truth. Cupid, salute, baby girl. Wendy, you already know. Christy, you already know. To 90, that's cuz you already know. I mean, it is what it is.
You gotta definitely start making plans so we can try to have some solutions to certain shit instead of just sitting back letting it fix itself. We'll open the discussion up, but then never
gotta find our way to that Constitution, bro. That's what we gotta do. We know that Chill Will gave us the direction. It's time to get at the Constitution. We got to write ourselves into that bitch because we already been written out from the beginning. So until we written in it, it ain't for us. The police, the motherfucking Congress, the leaders of this country show us every single fucking day that Constitution wasn't written for you, so it ain't for you. You was written out of that bitch, not into it. So until you written in it, just abide by the rules and shut the fuck up. You're lucky y'all able to read and write and own shit. Shut the fuck up.
Treat us like they're doing us a favor.
That's a fact.
True that.
Yeah, man. I mean,
that's why I'm in their bloodstream. I'm in their motherfucking bloodstream. I'm looking for number 5. That's motherfucking right, baby. Looking for number 5.
Hey,
they got money, hit me up.
Hey, Josh, but that's where they fuck up at, right? Because they give us a U. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you got a U, you still understand us because you part of us too. You understand what I'm saying? So you get to see it from both sides, and then you get to choose. Like, you know what? Them my people still. And y'all treating us because you can include yourself. Y'all treating us for me. Fucked up.
God choose it for me. Just like I told this white man trying to talk that shit. And black people are so destructive. They're killing America and all that. And I had to break it down to him like, whoa, pump your goddamn brakes here. 1, okay, y'all control the narrative. 2, okay, when's the last time? It's so much shit that's out there. Like, you can't show me a fucking. Remember that girl that just shot up 6 people, went to school? Okay, when the last time you seen a black or Latino do that? When's the last time you seen a black or Latino go to goddamn Vegas, break out the windows and shoot up a goddamn concert? Come on, man. You know what I mean? But we get labeled that they control.
That job when you was a child?
Huh?
Giles?
What?
How did you deal with that as a child? Were you brought up with a 2-parent home? Was you brought up in a 2-parent home?
For a minute, yeah, but my pops and mom broke up when I was 13. But you know what I mean, my step pops raised me and shit. My real pops, a piece of crap. But I don't live off that. But you got to remember, I'm never accepted fully by nobody. But that don't bother me either because I hold my own. Remember,
that's not true. You accepted by us, bro.
But you know what I mean.
By us.
You know what I mean. But yeah, but like I said, that don't bother me.
You black.
Like I said, I mess with everybody. Yeah. But you got to remember, some people, and that's a pet peeve. That's why people think like I don't like black women. That has no problem. No, my thing is. A big pet peeve, like if a white girl say, "Oh, that's the white in you" or something like that. That's yeah. I don't play that shit.
No, so let me ask you a question, though.
Bro, so you mixed.
Was it hard for you to identify?
I go by the one drop black rule.
Family or with your mother's family?
Huh? What's up?
Was it hard for you to identify when you was with your father's family or when you was with your mother's family? Like, did you have a problem identifying?
You got to remember, man, my step pops, you got to remember my step pops family was hating on my mom's. They apologized later because, like I said, my mom's is one of them. Even though she's a white girl, she was born and raised with nothing but blacks and Latinos. You know what I'm saying? She, shit. So you know what I mean? You're gonna get that though. Just like what the fuck is that?
Still with it. Yeah,
you're gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? So people, you gotta remember, people just see what they see. They just go by that. You can't judge a book by its cover. You feel me?
Right. All right. So, school, did you have it hard in school?
Who, me?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
A little bit.
We can hear you.
All right. So check this out, right? Because I feel like we're getting off that topic, right? The way to take back this country and to get right, like I said, is the Constitution. But if you study the Constitution, they've given you the blueprint. They're giving you the answers to all the questions. How do we do this? How do we do that? They telling you how to do it in the Constitution. They broke every single one of them damn laws to take this country. They committed the murders. They stole the land. They did everything. The blueprint is there. The answers are there. Half of our people are the ones helping them to keep this country going to that Constitution. half of that army is ours already. The blueprint's there. It's just time that we need to step on it and we need to start making it happen. And I'm always willing to die 1,000 deaths for a cause. Say it again. But the problem we as a people we consider ourselves too spiritual. You know what I mean? You have a black man sitting here, you have a white man sitting here. That white man will cut your damn throat, slice your ass open, then sit there and eat him a sandwich without washing his damn hands.
Yes, yes.
No
yes.
hesitation. With
Right.
no hesitation to get what he wants. We can't do it. We too spirit. We think of too spiritual. You know, sometimes you got to put your feet in the sand, man, and go for the gusto. For real. I'm with you real on this.
All the time. But my thing is that why you bring the Constitution when they don't even follow the Constitution? So why would you bring that up?
They did follow the Constitution. That's how they have this country.
No, but
they killed off all the Indians. They made you and I less of a man. That Constitution was put in place for us to be kept at bay. If we okay, let me put it in perspective.
Yeah, but they don't follow it though.
If
remember in the Constitution, the 13th and 14th, we were supposed to be every man equal, right? Supposedly, right?
We weren't considered men then, so it wasn't written for us.
No, I get it, but what I'm trying to say is they don't even treat foreigners like that. You know what I mean? They don't get the same treatment. So where's the following of the Constitution?
That's what I'm saying. So now if we flip the script and we treat them and act like the Constitution was written and is fought by us, then that makes them less of a man now. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I get it, but you're talking about a big uphill battle, man. Look, that's what Obama should have done once he got in office. Because if you were talking about the Constitution, the 13th and the 14th Amendment was put in illegally, so they can strip that if they really wanted to. You know what I mean?
So what are we talking about? An uphill battle and marching and doing nothing?
No, uphill fight.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's an uphill fight, meaning the mind state got to change.
Is to get everything rewritten, because you and I could live a perfect life. We could be perfect people according to the American Constitution and still not have a good life. We're still subpar people. Yeah. It's written in the Constitution for us to never be on a level playing field.
Yeah.
So if you don't change the Constitution, then you're always going to be less of a man, according to America. That is point A. That is ground zero. Constitution is ground zero for everything in this country.
But you do know the country, you don't, because of mixture and all of that, you do know the country is changing at a rapid rate. That's why if you notice abortion, they stopped that real quick. And they even blatantly said it.
The core, it's quicker to get something in the Constitution for gay rights than it is for equal rights. So it's changing, but it's not changing. The core and problem with the Constitution is not changing. That's not budging. That's in stone. That's a commandment for America right now.
Yeah.
We need to crack them commandments. Them commandments got to go.
We who? Black people, you mean?
Everybody. I'm sorry?
You're saying we, meaning black people, right?
No, meaning the core problems with the Constitution. What is it? Maybe the first 5, 6, I want to say the first 7 or 8 laws that are on there. Everything that's on there needs to go. That thing was written over 200 years ago. It needs to go.
Right.
We're in a new lifetime.
See, chill. We're talking about breaking the code. That's cracking the code, man. Yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah, but
you ain't gonna do that shit sitting down or marching. You're gonna have to fight for that.
Exactly.
Big
no,
time.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Because if they ain't give it to you, what you think they gonna wake up tomorrow and give it to you? Hell no.
So I was having a discussion with some of my homeboys, right? We was having the same discussion, and I was telling them, and they was like, "Black, you got that slavery mentality. You was like, you might as well just give." I said, "No, I'm just telling you. You got to understand. If you going to war with something, you have to understand who you going to war with. What you going to war with? What's their strengths? What's their weaknesses? You don't just dive head first into a fucking war with something.
Right.
You gotta understand these people they have a structure built. How you going to war with motherfuckers you ain't got more money than? You can't go to a financial war with them. You can't. You can't go to a military war with them because they own the military. So when you talk about going to war with motherfuckers, you got to understand that you got to be strategic because they are strategic. They systematically got you in this situation. This was systematically implanted. This ain't happened by chance or luck. They knew what the fuck they was doing. So in order for you to break that, you got to understand what you got to do systematically to come up out of that systematic oppression. You ain't gonna just go up there, give you a loudspeaker and talk. Motherfuckers done died for that. Motherfuckers done died for less. You act like you act like a Martin Luther King and a Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey or Nat Turner. Like these motherfuckers don't exist. These the motherfuckers that grab the microphones. They will kill your fucking ass. They don't care. You a person. So until you get a strong enough unit with the same mentality, same thought, with the same goal, then you're going nowhere.
Right.
Period. I ain't telling you that we can't fight. I'm just gonna say when we do fight, at least know that what we fighting up against. At least know what we fighting against. Don't go in there blinded thinking you can do it because you're black and you just got the will. All right.
And then another thing I would like to say is we got to stop looking for a leader, right? And what I mean by that, okay, you look at Malcolm X, you look at Martin, right? So now we got leaders. Right. What happens? They fucking take them out. Stop looking for a leader. We don't need a leader. We need everyone to be like-minded. We need everybody to want to fight for the same cause.
We need to have a group of leaders, a team of leaders.
It's too easy to pick off one person. It's too easy to pick off one person and kill the movement.
That's why I said you knock my head off, the motherfucker that's coming behind me might be double the leader I am, stronger.
That's right. Fine.
Don't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like let's be. I appreciate you, Chill Will, because like I said, when I started thinking about how we make a change, how we make a difference, it always started to me with inside the home structure, then the community, then the neighborhood, and then, you know what I'm saying, it went that way. It never started with the Constitution. And you're absolutely right. If the Constitution is, if you're written out of the Constitution, if there is no Constitution for you, then you have to learn how to write yourself into that Constitution. So I agree with you, bro. It starts there.
95% of the chance to get that, you need violence. So that's what it takes.
Yeah, that's how they took the country.
You're right, Cuba.
How'd you take this country? How'd you take this country from the people that lived here?
But it's all right for them to commit violence. Don't you understand that? It's all right for them to commit violence. They went into the White House, committed violence. And these motherfuckers is saying, look, don't look, they should let them out. They wasn't concerned about the way that our family members spent years and years in prison, but they worry about these motherfuckers who tried to kill them. These motherfuckers broke in there to kill them.
And if you see it, they understand that. When they was kicking Trump out of office, these people understand that violence is the only way to get it done. What did they do? They stormed the Capitol. They stormed the Capitol. You understand what I'm saying? While we sitting out there marching.
That's a fact, bro. I saw some white boys
singing and praying. That ain't.
And they said it was a peaceful protest.
Have a standoff with the police.
That was a peaceful protest.
Your president said there was good people. Your president said that there was good people.
I give them that. They understand the mission.
That's a fact.
No, but like somebody was saying, they had
Chill Will. What I'm gonna say is they understand their privilege. They understand what their privilege is because they were written into the Constitution. So with their skin complexion holds a certain amount of power and privilege that they're privy to do things that we can't do with our skin complexion because we wasn't written into that Constitution.
They was willing. They was willing to put it on the line, and everybody they was willing to. Some of us might not make it about it.
Hey, y'all, you in North Jersey? I was on the turnpike. Since when you see motherfuckers on the turnpike holding up the highway, zigzagging, not giving a shit, having automatic weapons on their back, not giving a shit.
Troopers
they understand the mission.
That's a fact. That's what. Listen, it ain't that. See, they are privileged. They know that they don't bear the same consequence that we bear when we do the same action. So their privilege allows them to do shit like that. We thinkers, because we know what will happen to us if we don't think. We know not to run into the White House. We know not to run into the Capitol.
We think too damn scared.
Right.
Now it's not that we thinking too scared, it's that the results that we have seen in front of our face.
The
Right?
drastic, right.
So
It's either
it's the
death or life of
trigonometry. Because
confinement.
they tell you that they for you, but they show you that they not. But so it's either you believe your eyes or your ears, motherfucker. It's one or the other.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers believe what they told and not what they see. And if they don't know how to understand it, or they don't know how to break it down to what they seeing, if they don't know how to visually understand what they seeing, and they don't have no understanding of, they can't understand it. They can't break it down.
They went and stormed that Capitol with legal guns, legal artillery, legal citizens, everything they use everything that's written in the Constitution to their advantage. That particular,
and they have the right to fight against the faulty government.
That's supposed to be automatic treason.
Legally, we always want to come in there with guns. They got the serial number straight off, shit like that. Man, you got to be your shit got to be on point and go up in there and force and put your feet down, bro.
Ain't that supposed to be automatic treason, storming the Capitol like that? I forget the correct terminology, but that's treason. They should be in prison for the rest of their life. It should be over for them.
Exactly.
That's the fact, but treason, I understand that treason now only depends on the color of your skin. Because if I don't ran up in that bitch, they'd have put me under the jail. It wouldn't have been a bail. It wouldn't have been a lawyer. I couldn't have afforded nothing. I was going under the prison, and wasn't no government official, Democrat or Republican, don't say shit for me.
Right.
See, the Republicans jumping out for these boys. The Democrats wasn't gonna jump out for us. He wasn't gonna jump out for us.
All right, there. We need to understand. We need to stop. Democrat ain't. They tell us that's what's for the so-called black and brown people. Man, the Democrats a big ass problem.
Nah, we ain't for us. How the fuck we gonna blame the Democrats? We on the lower level, the street level. We ain't for each other. How the fuck we gonna say somebody that's in a higher level is for us? We gotta be for ourselves first. That shit start on the ground level.
Yeah, but their policies come down.
Their policies, but their policies is, we already understand we're not in the Constitution. There is no policy that's written for us. It's either we buy or get the fuck.
How funds are being dispersed, things like that. That's why Democrat, Republican, they both messed up to me. It depends. You got to remember, and this is how other people, like, let's use Asians for example. They come up. They might not be the numbers, but they come up because they support people that are going to support them. That's one of the mistakes of, you know what I mean, the black and brown population in America, I believe.
We got to get in office. We don't. We got to start all the way down from the alderman to the man.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. If you gonna put an alderman in your neighborhood, that ain't gonna make sure your trash lids get put on your trash can when they dump your fucking trash. That's a problem. We gotta put everybody in place that we want in place. Not just sit there because everybody think the presidential vote is what matters. Them lower seats is what really matter on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, senator, mayor, all of that.
Yeah.
Not to mention, you got to put people in place, man. That's what the Juice Crew do. They put people in place, man. They got their own little police. Look, even in Brooklyn, don't they got their own little watch groups and stuff like that? You know what I mean? So we got to start doing that.
People got to understand is that the laws that the state passes, the laws that affect us on an individual, on an immediate basis, right? So your state laws is the laws that because there's a lot of states that marijuana ain't legal in. You can't smoke marijuana in, but it's legal in your state. You can do it. So we are affected by a lot of the state laws.
But that's illegal also. You know that's illegal too, right? Because it's a federal and the state. One doesn't agree. I forget which one. That's so it's totally illegal. That's why I said that Constitution stuff only matters when it's applicable to them. Because by rights, that whole cannabis throughout the United States is illegal because they both don't agree on it.
Right.
We both could have been at the tailpipe. That's why I said
legal on the federal level, it's legal on the state level. Only thing that's saying is that our local police won't lock you up for it.
Well, I don't know about that. Shit.
They won't. I smoke in front of Queen Eve, salute, beautiful. I smoke in front of the local police all the time. every day.
Well, that's because it's recreational. You know what I mean? But yeah, you
That's what I'm
driving with that
saying.
bitch, you
That's
get a
all I
DUI.
mean. You can't do it in a federal building on federal property. You can't do it on none of that shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But you can walk down around the hood and smoke all fucking day.
Yeah, that's crazy though, right? And a hot minute ago, it was illegal. That's why I said these laws, man.
A hot minute ago, you would get your ass locked up. Niggas was running miles to get the fuck away police for a blunt. Now niggas asking police for lighters.
Yeah, so that's basically telling us here it's not.
You ain't see all them cops in New York that was smoking weed?
Yeah, but you need to change that constitution. They're going to have to be a civil war, allegedly.
That's exactly what it is.
You're gonna have to have that. It's gonna have to be some type of bloodshed, and we ain't talking about no bullshit ass one little fight. It's gonna have to be, and the main thing you got to remember, just like with slavery, the reason why it never was overtaken by us, you always had an Uncle Tom. You know what I mean? You always had a coon. Somebody, in the way people are now, you see a lot of black folk. They get a little bit of money and they act like they don't know. Just like Lil Wayne, how you say Lil Wayne? Oh no, it's no racism. It's no like what? Act like they don't see. They blind to the fucking bullshit.
Well, that's the problem. I'll never be part of no damn march. You ain't gonna get me to waste my damn feet marching. That's a waste of damn time. Take that shit somewhere else. That shit is beat.
Praying, man, that ain't gonna get us nowhere.
Nah,
yeah, I'm not with the marching.
We doing that praying and marching. They loading up their goddamn rifles.
Look who they brought to dinner. That's what I'm on.
You change the Constitution, you change the country. That's where that shit at.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
It's a fact.
Sign me up, bro. I'm going with you.
It's a fact. It's a fact. And I ain't trying to be a leader or nothing. Everybody on the panel a leader. Everybody in the motherfucking chat a leader. Everybody in everywhere is a fucking leader because they gonna take the leader off and everybody else gonna scatter like a bunch of fucking roaches. Everybody need the man to fuck up. Everybody need to be man enough to be able to stand their own ground. Make shit happen.
If you willing to, man, you willing to bust that gun in your neighborhood, you should be willing to bust that gun up on at somebody damn
fucking fact.
Real. We gotta be gangster when it don't matter. We only gangster on some shit that don't matter with us.
On a much smaller scale, we'll pop off on one of us and let one single white man with a badge come and lock you up. You going to prison for 20, 30 years. And you know this motherfucker about to lock you up and you just gonna let him take it. But let a motherfucker try to take your wallet. It's over for this motherfucker. Let a motherfucker bang wifey in her ass. It's over for that nigga. It's gone. Come on, man. Our thought process is crazy.
That's a
Crazy as
hell. Or make a man check in because he coming to your state. That's
I understand that. That's correct to a degree.
Retarded. That is so retarded, man. And then we got nerve to talk about somebody else and we treating each other like bandits. That's retarded.
That's a fact, Mass Mayhem. He said, Mass Mayhem said marching is important too because it brings awareness. So it's more than one way to attack an enemy. That's a fact.
To a degree, but it's like, man, that can't be the meat and potatoes of what the mission is. You know what I mean? That marching and holding hands, that can't be the meat and potato of the mission. We can't sit back.
No. He's saying that's a part of it. It's ways to bring awareness to what you. So you got to bring awareness to what you're doing, so that more people can get on board. Understand your message, and at the same time, like you said, you got to have them street soldiers, motherfuckers that's willing to put in that work too, because it's gonna be a fight. At the end of the day, these motherfuckers ain't gonna let you take their shit. It's gonna be a fight. You have to fight for it, and they willing to go into the grave to protect what they consider to be theirs.
Not to mention, remember when they was marching, that's when you bring out the abolitionists, as they call them, people that are not with that. You feel me? Remember when George Floyd, you seen tons of white people, everybody other than black out there also. I felt it in their heart.
Right.
So you know, everybody, that's why I said it's different than what people, you just can't judge a book by its cover, man.
We have people all across the world marching for Floyd. People all over the world.
All over the world.
That was gold time.
Forced them to create a law in our country called the George Floyd Act. You know what I'm saying? And now that forced police reform. They got the police going back to training to do de-escalation and all that.
Had them motherfuckers scrambling. You seen they were sending people with bricks and all that to make
how
it.
you de-escalate the police? Let me tell you how you de-escalate the police. You take their motherfucking guns away from them.
Well,
them motherfuckers will come at you a whole nother way. They will not come at you crazy.
We concentrate strictly on black and white, but this country
Take
is
their motherfucking guns away from them.
It's about
them
green,
motherfuckers.
man.
They start to they approach situations with way more respect than they do.
Hell yeah.
See, when you get a motherfucker a gun and tell them they can do what they want to do, they control the streets. But you tell the people, y'all, they work for y'all. But then you tell them, y'all control the people. Nah, you that's already a conflict of interest right there. We both think we run shit.
And we got to let's get back to the people. We got to stop telling our kids, don't be the police, don't be the judge, don't be the lawyer, don't be don't be the
we got to break that system before we send our children in that shit, bro.
No, hell no. We got to get up in there the same way they do us. They infiltrate us. We do the same damn shit. See, that's our problem.
I respect that, but we have to. Too many of our children get to be police. I know niggas that's police that get inside that shit and become just like them because it wasn't in their heart. It wasn't in their heart. Hold on, my nigga. They told if you ain't with the you blue now.
Them blue line. That's right.
Nigga, you
blue blood. Blue
and if
blood.
you don't ride with us, you ain't get you the fuck up out of here.
You ostracized.
They on code. They on code.
So we got to get that system changed where our kids ain't under threat like that, where they ain't scared to lose their jobs and to come forward, because a lot of them that come forward lose their jobs.
That's training our kids from the beginning.
Nah, but you understand what I'm saying, yeah? How you sending your child into a situation where you think he's going to be able to help his people, and he get there and they tell him you can't even be here if that's what your objective is.
No, but your kid get in there and change it up.
How he gonna change it? Come on, Josh. Come on, Josh. With that,
how they gonna change it? Stay on code.
He gonna get in there and change it up. He ain't. He gonna become part of it, or they gonna get him fuck up out of there.
If it's one against, that's why we need more than just one in the room.
Yes,
that's why we need to change this. Like Chill Will gave us the blueprint. Change the Constitution and then start putting people in place to make sure the Constitution is followed. Make sure the laws is followed. But you have to change the laws to include yourself in it.
Listen, but you have to be in something for something.
You have to be. You have to get to the Constitution. You have to be part of that. Because unless you part of that, don't give a fuck what you do on a lower level, because that's the highest level.
Right.
Don't no law trump the Constitution. Constitution's law trumps all law. So unless you part of that law, ain't shit you gonna do. You gonna send your children into a fucking place where they're not wanted, and then they're not gonna be treated right. They don't treat women right in police departments, and they don't treat minorities right in police departments.
Where you getting treated right at? Tell me.
Getting in there and infiltrating it's going to continue that. You can't if it's 1 against 50.
Hold on, Dr. Brand. I got you. I see you down there, my brother.
So many of us.
We gotta aim more.
But who's willing to fight?
What up, God?
Yo, what up? What up? Hey, yo, Black. Hey, Yak, you too low, bro. It's hard to hear you.
Man, I don't know why, bro. Let me see. Hold on.
I go. Well,
Yak, you be having a lot to say, bro. Like, and it's really, really hard to hear you.
Man, I'm sorry about that, man.
What you got to say about this? I'll see you in the chat.
It's not too many of us.
Nah, what I gotta say is, that's right. Like, from the very beginning, if we as a people are putting that into our kids' ears, like, yo, this is what, then guess what? The more and more and more of them that are joining, the more and more it's going to change. Because if you are putting that into your child's ear, you're also teaching them about themselves. You're teaching them about our culture. So that way, as they're growing up, they're not going to forget that. They're not going to go. You are teaching them about the culture before they even go in there.
Say it again. That's my point. We got to stop. We can't stop trying to tell our kids to take a certain route when
Right.
they 13
So
and 14. They
all right,
already.
so let me rebut off of that, guy, to bring
Oh,
it
and
to.
hold on. Like Yak was talking, I couldn't hear him. Can't hear him.
Yeah, you
Like I'm
can't
saying,
hear that.
we got to train our kids from the beginning. We can't wait till they get 13 and 14, then start trying to guide them a certain way. You got to instill certain thoughts, certain beliefs in our kids from the day one, man.
It's not all right. That's not the problem. Like I said, I knew some cops that I grew up with, that I went to school with, that was cool niggas in school, and got on that police force and turned against all the niggas that they was cool with in school. And they was taught the same. We was taught all the same thing. We came up in the same hood. Some of us even hustled together at a time. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been hustling since I was 11, 12 years old. But I seen Lamar Boone, Lamar Davis. I'm calling out names. Fuck it. These police officers that ran with us in high school, ran with us in school, get to the police station and do everything that they say they wasn't gonna do when they got
because it's not enough. Because we not instilling that as babies.
I think it was installed in him though. I think because he always talked about he wanted to be a cop. You feel me? But we thought that he was gonna get in there and yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm saying just because you cool, that don't mean you for the cause.
Yep. It's all in the heart.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's what we have to learn. But I also believe when he got up there, because the police department was crooked, I believe that these motherfuckers just, you know what I'm saying, they said, look, we'd rather have these benefits. We'd rather be able to run red lights and do all the shit that we couldn't do before.
So listen, I'm gonna put this to a point to you, Black, right? All right, if these niggas, if they was hustling, right? They was out here serving, they was out here hustling. That means morally and ethically, their values weren't up to par in the first place.
I hear you.
So if I go in the police, well, hold on. Yeah. So if I go now I go in the police station or I become a cop, right? And I see the things that they're doing. See, my morals and values are over the street anyway. So I'm gonna do what they're doing because I can get away with it. That's what I've been doing my whole life.
And I understand exactly what you're saying.
So from being a baby, from you talking to them and instilling the morals and values of our culture, of our people, then that's going to be different because you're not going to be out there hustling.
You tell your child to trust the police?
I mean, look what I do, bro.
Yeah, I know. Do you tell your children
what you
when
do?
You see them, they out here killing our children? When you see, do you tell your children?
I tell them there are some people there to help them, and there are some people that are not. They got to be cautious in how they move in the street.
Can I make another suggestion, right? Right, we do things. There's also a legal standpoint, right? In war, you got to attack from many angles, correct? So another angle should also be, and it doesn't involve killing and marching and all that bullshit that I hate, right? But why is no one taking the government or the CIA to Supreme Court for introducing crack to the inner cities?
All of that.
You killed off what that was back then. That was I think that was in the 60s, God, right?
Gary Webb.
70s.
Yep.
This is now 2023. Why are we not taking them to court for this?
His name is Gary Webb. He did the Black Alliance. He's
because the same people run the system.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a right, but that's another front. You understand what I'm saying? There's many different ways, many different angles to go at it. You just don't go with a gun and go pop somebody's head off. I mean, there's war. There's a bunch of different things you do. Marching and all that shit out the door.
There's different elements to war. There's different elements to war, but God the Brand know that. God the Brand is one that if we ever was to, he would definitely be a general. He would definitely be somebody that we would have to go to and rely on because of his expertise in that situation.
Absolutely, it's tactics, right? Strategies.
Yep.
You have to train people how to be disciplined.
Hey, listen, if I can help train Iraqi soldiers, I definitely can train my people.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, and that might be needed. That's why that may be your that may be God's reason for sending you into the army, because your expertise is going to be needed way beyond your years of battle, way beyond your years of combat inside the military. You know what I'm saying? What you learn, what you experience through that is gonna be something that's gonna be valuable for the rest of your life, as long as you can teach it to somebody.
That's my point. Back to the P. We just like God went to the service. We need men like God that be in police station. We need men like God that's lawyers. We need men like God that's attorneys, that's judges, and so on and so on. We gotta put real people for our people in these places, so we can even make.
And I agree with you, Yak. I'm for that. I agree with you 100%, my brother. Don't think I disagree with you. I just think we have to change. I just think we have to change the system so that way they can be successful at their jobs. Because we have black lawyers, we have black cops, we have black judges. And that's not act like we don't have this. It's just that they in a system, they under a system where they ain't allowed to do too much for us.
Right, but that's why we try to overload the system, right? Try to overload the system with us in order to make that change, because without it, it's not happening, right? And what you gotta realize is don't see. Sometimes we take people, by what we see. Some people understand that, in order for me to get to the top and change anything, I gotta play that game that they playing.
That's a fact. And that's a fact.
If you think that way, you'll never get.
We need a leader in that position. We can't get a motherfucker that's easy to influence.
That's not crazy, Chill. I see it every day, and I know, and I understand. I know it. That's absolutely by yourself. You're not getting to where you need to get in order to make changes.
Right, but you could put many of people. And I'm sorry, go ahead. Who's talking? Go ahead.
Chill. His point is, he not. Sometimes you might have to save face so you can infiltrate. God ain't wrong on that. I don't think he's wrong on that one.
You stay face for a real long time. We stay face a real long time. How much face can you stay?
Nah, that's not true, bro. That everybody's different. You won't be able to generalize that information, right? Because I'll give you an example for me. I want to, in my levels, my highest level was a 15. So, but there's so much nepotism and racism that they're holding me back from going to where I need to go, right? So I may have to move around. I may have to go to DC. I may have to go to Texas to grab my 14, right? But I still got to play the game with them until I get it. And then when I get it, guess what? Now I'm a part of the hiring system.
Right.
Yep.
That's exactly. That's how you infiltrate to get in. Then you can work from inside out.
All right, S-Town, Southside SD, what's up, Southtown?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Blessing, what's going on, Southside?
What up, man? Just been listening, man. I got a perspective, man. I got a little something I'd like to share. That's all right with everybody.
That's cool.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things, bro. But I think first and foremost, it starts at the pad and at home, and who you have your first direct influence with, which would be your kids, nephews. You gotta, that's who we're responsible for. We can't be responsible for anybody else. Responsible for your own shit, your own house, your own inner circle, first of all. And then the second of all, with the police, man, it's training. It's a what do you call that, man? What's that word? It's a culture that they have, and it's and I know because I worked. I was not a police officer. I was an animal control officer, but I went through the same training and I worked alongside them. So I know and I've seen what they are taught. They are taught to unload the clip. They are taught to act like every person they deal with could turn around and kill them, and they have them in a state of paranoia. That's why you see what you see with older people, with children, with all of that. And as far as with the kids, man, you just teach them like anything else to respect everybody equally and do not trust everybody in uniform because they're not all in the best interest. But the biggest thing I wanted to say, man, with all of this and with I think the homie that was just talking right now about playing the part, man, I disagree with that, bro. I'm gonna tell you this: the biggest form of a coward is somebody who knows and can do something, can do the right thing and doesn't do it and remains silent. And I think that I spoke on it on my own podcast, especially if you're Christian, Muslim, and you say you come from some kind of structured background. It shouldn't matter if you lose your job. You do what's right, and that's it. I know people who joined the sheriffs. He was there 2 weeks and he quit, bro, because they beat up a Latino for no reason. It was a mental dude, mental issues. They put a beating on him and he gave his resignation because he knows he couldn't fake the funk and he wasn't going to go nowhere. He would have got, you know, they take care of people that whistle blow, man. Everything is controlled.
Right.
So if you go that route, man, by the time you get infiltrate, the people you're trying to infiltrate, everybody else going to be retired. Your kid, that's the way to do it locally is you get in the municipal laws and codes and lobby. That's why they have politics, man.
And what I'm going to say to you is that's not true because that's how I got hired.
Thank you. Not to mention they don't follow that.
That's not true because that's how I got hired. I was a contractor. I was blacked out for years, for 10, 11 years. Until that one female who made that 14 black, she brought me in. She said, I don't understand why nobody's hired you yet. She said, but I tell you what, you tell them. I said, you are hired.
Thank you. You kept struggling. Just like that cop, instead of resigning, he should have stood. He should have stood on. But
I'm gonna tell you what they did to her. I'm gonna tell you that because she hires so many of us, they took her off the hiring panel.
Oh yeah.
But guess who's next? Crazy. Guess who's coming up next? And guess who's not gonna forget? Guess who's not gonna forget what was done for them?
Let them know.
So that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. So when I come over here, I want to hear all that you smoke weed shit on the job.
Hey, go ahead. Hey, yeah, we can't hear you yet.
In the same instance, instead of it just being one, if we study instilling these in our kids from the beginning, 50 of them in there with them, instead of just one fighting that fight by itself.
Yep.
Diamond Shooter, salute, Quinn.
Right.
You know, Smitty had something on his show yesterday, right? It's an old study that they do when they give the kids the dolls. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They get a kid the one white doll, they get a kid the one black doll.
Shit.
And they ask
them which doll is pretty, which doll is ugly.
Which one is pretty, which one is
even the black kids, the black girls said the black dolls was ugly.
Correct. Now, I'm gonna tell you something, we losing. I don't care if you're successful in life. I don't care if you got money. I don't care if you're a good family man. I don't care about none of that because I have all of that, right? But we losing.
We must understand too.
When the child sits there and says that shit is already imprinted in their head. I don't care how much you sit there and teach them opposite, it's already in their head. So while you sitting there teaching them opposite, the way the system is set up now is teaching them to be gay, it's teaching them to be lesbian, it's teaching them that they black, they Spanish, they ugly.
They teach you to question your parents.
That young, they're reprogramming the kids already, and we losing. We just losing. All that time for infiltration and take your time and do this and all that shit is dead. That shit is dead. All of that shit is dead.
Right, so I believe that.
Question is, Black, how many are willing to fight though, Black?
When you give people a true purpose, I got you, my nigga, Trey. When you give a motherfucker a true purpose, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody willing to fight. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't give motherfuckers a real cause, when you don't give them something that they think is worthy of fighting for, they not gonna fight. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Maybe God can speak more to that. You know, how did they prepare y'all to go for war? How did they prepare y'all?
Yeah, in other countries, Black, you could go to other countries. What do they do in other countries? They don't like to show us that on the news. In other countries, when they held down, they violated. What do they people do? Some people stand up and wow out.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Cocktails, they make bombs, homemade bombs, cocktails. They willing to sacrifice themselves to take
you see them out there.
One motherfucker sacrifice himself to take 10 or 20 of you motherfuckers out. That's how they think.
Wasn't wrong as far as the system. A lot of us need to realize homeschooling should be key right now. Yes. We should be, a lot of our kids should be getting homeschooled if your fucking mind is correct. We should be a lot of homeschooling.
Hey, Bob,
Man,
you know what? Yak,
send your kids off.
you know what, Yak? I was gonna say something like that too, right, Yak? Because I believe that teaching your kids shit, but your influence on your child inside the home. You have a minute. Once he enter the world, he's gonna have so many different influences from the world. He's going to gravitate to what he like. Whatever opens up that dopamine in his brain and he's attracted to, and he don't understand why he just like this type. That's the shit. That's the influences that sometimes change our children. We all want our children to be good. We all want our children to do right. Even if we do wrong, we teach our children to do right. That's just nature. That's just, for me, that's natural. I can never tell my child to go steal, to go hustle, to go do drugs, to go smoke, none of that. And I know we supposed to lead by example too, but I'm telling the things that we verbally try to install in our children. Nobody telling their children to do wrong. But when our children leaves our homes and they outside in the real world and they learn the things and they picking up habits from the real world, those are things that also influence our children's decision making. So we can teach our kids, go to school, be a cop. You need to be a cop. You need to be a lawyer. And then they go out and then they experience racism. They experience, they experience police brutality. They experience police brutality. That's going to be part of their decision making too. Not only what we tell them.
That's the thing. The way the system is built is intentional, right? It's intentional for us to have to go to work. It's intentional for them to have our children 8 hours a day.
I agree with that, God. I agree with that.
It's all intentional for that to be that way, so they can be indoctrinated in that manner.
Super fat.
I'm glad you said that, bro, because that lets me know that it was intentional for them to move the man out the house, made like prison, make the woman work, so they can have control over the minds of our children. That was excellent, God. I appreciate you for that, bro.
Hey, Black to the P. Now, and when you instilling day one, and we ain't talking. I'm literally mean from day one, you drill certain shit into our kids' head. Even when they get outside and get influenced, it's gonna be a split second. They're gonna remember some shit that was taught. That split second could be that change that just needed, bro. That's why you gotta start from the beginning, non-stop developing, man.
That was so fucking deep what God the Brand just said, bro. The government, they removed the man from the house and tell the woman, you don't need the man because we're going to give you every opportunity we gave the man. Just think about that. You don't even need the man because we're going to give you every opportunity that we gave the man. You want to be a truck driver, you want to be a carpenter, you want to make the money, we're going to get that out. We're going to give you all those opportunities. Just let us have control over your children.
The problem is everybody always tries to compromise and be cool with everybody, and you can't. You got to choose one side or the other. And not saying that you got to have discourse or have an enemy, but you always got to choose one way or another. And that's what I think a lot of this started from, is people, oh man, I'm cool with that. No, I'm not cool with that. I don't like that. I'm not with that. This is what I believe. This is what me and my family believes, and this is what we stick to. And people are afraid to do that now. And that's what we need to do, because all the other communities do it, except for the heterosexual and the minorities, man. I include myself.
We haven't got it right yet, South town. That's the problem. We ain't got it right yet. We don't tried everything. We just can't seem to get it right. So there is no real solution to us. We gotta find one. You know what I'm saying? And conversation for us, this is the first part of it. It's conversation, because we don't talk about this type of shit. Not too many of us give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But we got to find the ones that do. We got to have this conversation so we can start to make change. Once we can make change inside the minds of the people, you know what I'm saying? Because they got them systematic, they got them mentally oppressed over. We're dealing with the masses of manipulation. We're dealing with the masses of manipulation. We're also dealing with the masses of trigonometry, right?
Yeah.
So when you're dealing with these people, right? So when you're dealing with these people, you got to understand or have some knowledge of how to manipulate and how to trick. You know what I'm saying? How to take control over the mind. If you don't, then you can't fight that war. Because they're gonna be one up on you all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. I understand that the war it ain't just gonna be a guns versus guns war. It's gonna be a mental war. It's gonna be a strategic war. It's gonna be a people versus the people. It's gonna be a good versus bad. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna come down to.
So listen, when we give them, they get the opportunity, right, to stop you from joining
I'll be right back, Mike.
that faction by pulling your government money, right? So to me, if you're on assistance, guess what? Guess how they stop you from helping fight that war? They're gonna pull your assistance and make you want and need everything. Unless we are doing for ourselves, unless we are becoming self-sufficient, they're always going to have that control and that power.
That's correct. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming. Yeah, God.
You know, when my son, I want to see my son. Me and my wife want to see my son graduate, right, from boot camp from the Navy, right. So you know, it was a dope little thing or whatever, right. So afterwards, you know, my wife is crying. She's happy. She goes up there to hug her son, and he shies away. He's like, "Ma, we can't do PDA, because we get in trouble." So I'm like, look, either I could smack the shit out of you in front of all your little Navy homies and shit, or you can eat that little write-up or whatever the fuck you gonna get. You don't ever shy away from your mom for no fucking body. This is what the fucking military does.
Nah, that's not true. Stop. Wait. That's not true.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
No, it's not a fact, bro. It's not a fact.
My son did it. How you gonna tell me?
I hear what you listen to what I'm saying to you. Your son did it. That's fine. But my daughter's in the military. Listen, bro. I was in there for a long time. That's not public displays of affection are in certain circumstances. Now, graduations, anything like that, you can have a public display of affection. Yes, you can. My daughter is a soldier, as well as I'm a soldier, as well as my brother was a soldier, as well as my grandfather, my uncles. We all soldiers.
I get what you're saying. That's the rules. But to my son, that day, that situation happened.
And I'm not saying, like I said, that's what I'm saying. You can't say it's not. That's what I was saying to you. He did it, but that's not fact. It's not a fact.
It makes it a fact if it happened to me in front of me. It makes it an absolute fact.
We're gonna continue this conversation.
You're not understanding what I'm saying to you. It might have happened to you, but that rule is not a fact.
I get you. You're right. All right.
We got to continue this conversation, but it's gonna be over on the Cuba Del Bronx show. His show starting right now at 9:30. So can everybody go to Cuba Del Bronx? Let's go over there and support the homie. He showed me love. Let's go show him back love. I appreciate all y'all. Love all y'all. Great show. Great content tonight, y'all.
Oh, no doubt, man. Hey, listen, knowledge is knowledge, man. I appreciate everybody.
That's a fact. Absolutely. Love is love. God the brand, 60% off on them tracksuits. Y'all go get them. You know what I'm saying? Get them.